If you're a busy mom like me, you don't have time to slave over the stove all day making edibles. But because you're a cool mom like me, you still want to make edibles, right? I mean, we gotta make edibles and DIY products and topicals and CBD oil and all of those things, right? We want to make all of those things because when you buy them in dispensaries or online, usually they're filled with junk. And because we're moms, we don't want to put junk into our bodies. We've got to be feeling like our best selves so that we can raise the next generation of human beings that are inheriting this planet Earth. That was weird. A weird beginning. You might not even be a mom. Okay, you might be here just wondering what's the easiest, fastest way to cook with edibles. And you deserve that information as well. And let's be real, one of the hardest parts about making edibles and DIY products and CBD oil and those kinds of things in your own home is the mess of infusing the oil, right? Going through the whole process of taking the plant, decarboxylating it or activating it, then infusing it into something or making a tincture, then straining it out, and then having that stuff left over. It's called raffinate, the leftover chunky. I'm looking in my hand like I have it there. Maybe I'll stick them post it there. The leftover chunks after making oil. And then you finally have an oil, and then you can make it into all sorts of things. But it takes all of those messy steps to get there, but not if you know the secret. The secret is that you can use concentrates to make flavorful, easy to dose, and non messy edibles in a flash. Now, the biggest problem about concentrates is that they are confusing. I swear, I wake up as a cannabis educator every single day and I think, wow, this is my job. And then I also think, wow, why is there a new name for concentrates? That's insane. Why do we have to keep coming up with all these different types of concentrates? There's hash, there's shatter, there's butter, there's RSO, there's Spico, there's Schwippets. I actually don't know Schwippets. I made that up. So how do you know which ones are safe and healthy and easy to use? Well, lucky for you, it's my job to know that. My name is Corinne Tobias. I'm a cannabis educator and founder of Wake and Bake and the Cannabis Institute. And I'm here to share my favorite concentrates with you. I'm on a mission to bring this plant back into our gardens, our homes, our kitchens, and our medicine cabinets where it belongs. And what I've learned after being a cannabis educator for over 12 years is that the easiest way to do that is to make it easy. And the easiest way to make it easy is to use concentrates. So I'm so excited to share with you today my favorite concentrates and let you know what I look for when I go into a dispensary or I go online and I'm looking at concentrates and I'm wondering, would I want to put that in my body? And is that really the best, easiest thing to use? I'm also going to share with you the one concentrate that I never, ever use and would highly recommend that you avoid at all costs. Let's go. First up, rosin. This little glass jar contains 800 milligrams of cannabinoids, and I got it for just 22 bucks. I'm going to smell it. You know, I'm going to smell it. If you've been on this channel before, you know I'm going to smell it. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. This also contains 8% terpenes, over 8%, I think 8.6% terpenes. We'll talk about terpenes some other time. That's a whole other video. Let me know if you want it in the comments below. Now, rosin is made without using a solvent. And I love solventless concentrates because it takes a lot of the question of like, is there anything left in there? Now, butane and all of those things, they've come a long way, right? They've gotten a lot better than they used to be, but I still just don't feel great about it. You know, like skinning a cat, there are almost infinite ways to process cannabis. And I just feel like, why do we need to do the other ones? Like, what's the point? Okay. When you can take the cannabis plant and press it in between two hot plates, and this resin comes out. It's very simple and very straightforward. Now, there are two different types of rosin. There's rosin, regular rosin that's made using dried and cured cannabis. And there's also rosin that is made using frozen cannabis that is then pressed in between those two hot plates. Again, it's simple and straightforward, and it's very easy to use. And it packs a punch, right? 800 milligrams, when you think about turning that into edibles, is a lot. That's going to save you a lot of money. And again, this is 20 bucks, and it's organic, pesticide-free, no solvent. Love rosin. A++. The next concentrate that I love cooking with is Kief. Now, Kief is made using a dry sip process typically, where they literally just brush buds up against screens and the resin falls out. It's a really simple and straightforward process. The only thing about Kief is that sometimes it's a little grainier, right? It doesn't really melt in the same way because it still has a little bit of plant material in it. It's a rudimentary way to make a cannabis concentrate. If you think about it, it's like, let's be monkeys and beat stuff on these screens until this comes out. But it's really affordable. I got this one from the hemp company that I like to order from. And when you order an ounce, you can add them on for like virtually nothing for all this Kief. And you can add a lot of Potency, you can add a lot of other cannabinoids, right? This one is CBG. There's also a CBD one that they have as well. And you can get this in dispensaries that has THC in it too. So it's a great way to add it. And again, there's no solvents. You really don't have to worry about it. And it's usually a lot cheaper than the other concentrates. Now, this next one is bubble hash. Bubble hash is also solventless, and it uses water and ice and agitation typically to remove the resin from the plant. Hash is typically another affordable option. I think this was maybe $15 per gram. And it's going to be a little less potent than rosin and a little more potent than Kief. So this is kind of the middle of the road in terms of potency and in cost when you're talking about cannabis concentrates. Oh, so good. Oh, this is my job. I'm going to smell concentrates on camera all day long. Now, those first three concentrates aren't activated. They haven't been decarboxylated in any way, which means they're either full of CBDA or THCA. You can decarboxylate them in a mason jar, or you can do it in an Ardent FX, but you will need to decarboxylate those. Now, if you're looking for a much easier way to do it, the next two concentrates are so easy to add to edibles and DIY products when you're on the go or you just don't feel like taking that extra step. And the next one, this one is one of my favorites. I know it looks scary. I know it looks like a syringe and it's filled with black goo and it looks kind of gross. Really, I get it. I absolutely understand. This is called RSO, otherwise known as FICO, full extract cannabis oil. I like calling it magical unicorn goo because my colleague at the Cannabis Institute pointed out that FICO sounds like fecal and I just can't with it anymore. I just can't. So I love calling it magical unicorn goo, but if you walk into a dispensary and ask for that, actually, you'll probably get a strain of cannabis. Let's be real. They name those things crazy stuff. They'll probably be like, here's magical unicorn goo. When I look for an RSO, I look for one that is processed using food-grade alcohol. So there is a solvent involved in this process. They use the alcohol to strip all the compounds off of the plant, and this is already decarboxylated. RSO or FICO always comes decarboxylated. So this is already ready to go, and you can just literally squeeze it into whatever you're making. So you want to make some CBD honey, make some CBD honey. You want to put this into gummies, go ahead and put it in some gummies. The only downside of RSO is because it has all those compounds in it, and because it is this black sticky goo, is that the flavor is, woo, squirrely. So it's one of the most convenient ones and arguably one of the most highly medicinal ones, but it's not very tasty. And that brings us to our last concentrate, distillate made using food-grade alcohol. Now, I know there are lots of ways to make distillate, but I really look for ones that are made using food-grade alcohol because I don't want to risk having weird chemistry in my body. I've been on a healing journey for years and years. I'm not trying to backtrack or put anything in there that might gunk up the gears. So when I'm using hemp as medicine, I try to get as close to as possible to just the plant, right? So if you're looking for one with food-grade alcohol, you kind of have to say that. They don't just shout it at you from the rooftops like, this one is made this way and this one is made this way. So ask if the distillate has been made with food-grade alcohol if you care about that kind of thing. I know that there are tons of safe ways to process cannabis using solvents, but I just don't want to. I don't want to risk it. All right. So that's totally personal choice. If you don't care, you can use a distillate that is extracted. I mean, you can use any of these concentrates that are extracted in any kind of way. But when I'm looking for one that I know is going to be healthy and safe, I always look for concentrates that are made using either no solvents or food-grade alcohol. The benefit of using a distillate over RSO is that it might have fewer medicinal compounds. However, it tastes way better. So I have more ways. You can get it. It's way tastier. And this is another one's decarboxylated, so you can just plunge it in whether you're making CBD honey, which we're going to do here in a later video, or if you want to make suppositories or whatever it is that you want to create. You literally just do the dosage math, add it to your recipe, and you're done. That's it. I've been using this one a lot more. It's really great in hard candies and gummies and all of the things where flavor does matter. Now, there's one concentrate I typically don't use, and that is isolate, the white powder. Doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't taste like anything. And I understand. I get that this is what companies use because there are a lot of people out there who are like, oh, I don't want to taste anything bad. I get it. I understand that. However, this is one of the reasons that people think that CBD is bad for your liver. And we're just learning that it doesn't have the same impact as these other cannabinoids that have a full spectrum or even a broad spectrum of the other cannabinoids and compounds in them. So I highly recommend avoiding these whenever you can. This one is also, I believe, made using CO2. So there are ways to make it that aren't super gnarly, but I mean, come on, you have so many other options. You can skip the isolate. If you're an isolates troll and you end up in my comment section, so you're just wasting your time. being like, isolates are actually amazing. No. I will die on that cross. If you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, please smoosh that like button below. It helps this get out to a more general audience. And I'm always trying to break free of our bubble where we love talking about this stuff and get this information to people who need it most. As always, please, if you have any questions about this or cannabis and health or becoming a cannabis educator, leave me a comment below. Email me at support@wakeandbake.co. I absolutely love hearing from you. Oh, and if you're still here, please check out my new cookbook below. It is available for instant download and is on sale right now for $4.20. I know, it's cheeky, but it is. And it comes with a free edibles dosage calculator so you can calculate your CBD, THC, and CBG. I hope you love it. It has lots of recipes in it. I'm very proud of it. I really like it, and I hope you like it too. All right, again, let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you in the next one. What are you doing? Oh, okay. We'll put them away. Go wash your hands first, maybe. Mom life. All the toys in the rental smell like poop. Don't wash your face. Go wash your hands. Whoa. Go wash your hands. Next generation is upon us.